Charles, a hardworking taxi driver, never expected his kindness years ago would come full circle. When a familiar face reappears, he's thrown into an unexpected journey. What started as a simple act of helping a girl to her exam leads to a surprising connection that could change both their lives forever.
Ow, that hurt.
Suddenly, the girl walking ahead of me tripped and fell. "Are you okay?" I was on my break, heading to grab a quick lunch, and I rushed over to help her.
I think I twisted my ankle. Ouch. Oh no, I'm going to miss my exam.
She said, her voice filled with worry. Her words concerned me, so I asked her, "Your exam? What's going on?"
Oh well.
She seemed a bit startled that a stranger was talking to her. I tried to put her at ease. "It's okay, I just want to help. If something's wrong, maybe I can assist." She hesitated for a moment before responding.
Actually, I messed up the bus schedule. And now I'm worried I won't make it to my college entrance exam on time.
"Oh, that makes sense.
Huh?
I'm a taxi driver. Do you know where the exam is?"
Wait, you're a taxi driver.
Her eyes lit up for a moment, but then she looked down, worried again.
But I'm not sure if I have enough money.
"Don't worry about that. I'll get you there, no matter what."
Really?
I smiled at her surprise.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
"No problem. Let's get you to that exam. Just take it easy on your ankle." I got her into the taxi and drove as fast as I could to her college exam. She opened her notebook and was completely focused on reviewing for the test. Luckily, the roads were clear that day, and we didn't hit any red lights, so we got to the exam smoothly.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
"No problem. Take care and good luck on your exam."
Yes. Thank you.
She kept thanking me as she hurried towards the exam building. I watched her until she was out of sight. A few years later, I was driving a customer, and I overheard a conversation from the back seat. "What's wrong with the match I've chosen for you? He's a company president like me, financially secure, and a good person. I just want to see my grandchildren soon. Isn't it sad that I might never get to see my daughter's kids?" "What? You prefer someone with a more humble jobs instead of a president? But that's not easy to find." He let out a deep sigh as he talked. I listened, giving small responses to show I was paying attention. "This man, Mr. Hudson, runs a company and often uses my taxi service. Whenever he's in the car, he calls his daughter, who's at the age where most people are dating or thinking about marriage, but she's not interested. A lot of people are choosing to stay single these days, and if she doesn't want to get married, I don't think she should be pushed into it. I just wish she'd settle down and start a family while she's still young. Parenting takes a lot of energy, and I'm worried because she doesn't even have a boyfriend. If she's not dating at all, that's a bit concerning. Now she says she wants to be with someone with a simpler job, not a company president. I don't know. I get it. I couldn't help but think how tough it must be to be a father as I listened. Then Mr. Hudson suddenly said something surprising. "Hey, you're single, right? How about you go on a date with my daughter?" "What? What do you mean?" "Well, she needs to get out there and meet people, right? I guess. Just for practice. Come on, help me out. I'm only asking for a couple of dates." She'll probably say no before we even get to that. I laughed as I replied, "I'll be in touch." With that, Mr. Hudson got out of the car. After that, believe it or not, I ended up agreeing to the practice dates with his daughter. Apparently, when he mentioned the idea of meeting a taxi driver, she seemed more interested than usual, so he pushed the idea forward, and here we are. Seriously, is this for real? Mr. Hudson is an important client, so I figured I should just go along with it and meet her. Before the date, I met with Mr. Hudson to discuss things. You know, when I told her, she said she was more interested in dating a taxi driver than a company president. Why is that, I wonder? I asked, genuinely puzzled, and Mr. Hudson began to explain. Well, you see, actually, my daughter had a crush on someone she met before starting college. She didn't even catch his name. She says he was a kind taxi driver who gave her a ride to the exam after she missed her bus. She never got his contact information, and she's been kicking herself over it ever since. What? I couldn't help but shout in surprise at Mr. Hudson's words. Oh, is something wrong? Well, I feel like something similar happened to me a few years ago. Really? How many years ago are we talking? It must have been about 6 years ago. That's when my daughter started college. So, that means you're the one. Wait, what? You're the man of my daughter's destiny. What? I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Wait a second. It's true people say the world is small, but could something this coincidental really happen? The idea that the father of a girl I helped years ago would end up as one of my regular customers. That's just too wild. It's fate. This is destiny. I'm not sure I'm following. Please, take this date with my daughter seriously. Whoa, hold on, Mr. Hudson. Let's take a step back here. Are we even sure the girl I helped and your daughter are the same person? We should figure that out first. You're right. Let's go find out right now. I'll go. Just please stop pulling on my shirt. I tried to calm down the excited Mr. Hudson as we headed to the nice restaurant where the date was set up. Please, I'm begging you. This is my last chance to see grandkids. Okay, I get it. Just try to relax. Hugh, you're right. So, I waited at the restaurant for her. Mr. Hudson left to casually meet his daughter in the lobby, acting like nothing unusual had happened.
Nice to meet you.
No way. As soon as we saw each other, memories from the past came rushing back.
Oh my God. Are you the driver from that time?
Wait, you're the girl from that day, aren't you? I couldn't believe it, but Mr. Hudson was right. His daughter was the same girl I gave a ride to years ago. I never thought I'd see her again after all this time. It's crazy. We kept talking, both a little excited, in the private room of the restaurant. Oh, by the way, did you make it to that exam okay?
Yeah, I did. I graduated 2 years ago, and I had an amazing time in college.
That's awesome.
I couldn't have done it without you. If you hadn't given me that ride, I never would have made it to the exam on time. I don't even know how to thank you. After that, I tried to find you, but I didn't even know the company name, so I'm really sorry I never got to thank you properly.
She looked down. It's no big deal, really. Come on, you don't need to apologize. I'm just glad you made it to your exam. I'd wondered about that day for years, so hearing this from her really made me feel better. Mr. Hudson was nodding along, clearly pleased with himself. I knew it all along, he said, grinning. Glancing at her dad, she leaned in and whispered to me.
Did my dad give you the please date my daughter pitch?
Yeah, something like that. I scratched my head, feeling a bit awkward.
I'm really sorry about that.
She apologized, looking embarrassed. If I don't push you, you're never going to find a husband. Mr. Hudson chimed in, sounding a bit frustrated.
Dad, I'm still in my 20s. I want to focus on my career for now.
But I brought you someone you like, didn't I?
Dad, we only met once, and that was years ago. Yes, I said if I got married, I'd want someone kind like the taxi driver who helped me out that day. But actually, dating is a whole different story. We need time to get to know each other.
How about a trial run? Just go on a few dates and see how it feels.
Oh my gosh, Dad. A trial run? Seriously?
She sighed, putting her face in her hands. Mr. Hudson, it seems like Christine wants to focus on her career right now. And to be honest, I'm not in the best financial spot myself. I'm not sure I'm really the right match for her. Mr. Hudson responded, trying to be reassuring. These days, it's tough for everyone, no matter what job you have. Being a CEO isn't easy either. But hey, you two met under pretty unique circumstances. So why not see where it goes? Watching Mr. Hudson be so optimistic, I couldn't help but feel a bit overwhelmed. I'm okay with it if Christine is.
Really? You'd be okay with dating me?
If you're not into it, that's totally okay.
No, it's not that. I'm actually open to it.
Then, would you be open to giving it a try?
Sure.
Yes. This means I might actually get to be a grandpa someday. I decided to go along with it for now, just like we talked about. But seriously, who would have thought I'd end up dating the girl I helped out 6 years ago? And all because her dad was so determined to make it happen. What a great day this turned out to be. Mr. Hudson was in high spirits the entire dinner, enjoying every moment. So, the next step is setting up another date. Yeah, sure, I said, feeling a bit overwhelmed as Mr. Hudson grinned ear to ear and Christine just gave an awkward smile. With Mr. Hudson's persistence, we quickly set a time to meet again.
I'm really sorry about my dad putting you on the spot the other day.
No, it's fine. I'm sorry if I didn't handle it well. As soon as we met up at the cafe, we both started apologizing to each other.
So, about this whole situation.
Yeah, I know. It was pretty unexpected. Even I was caught off guard by how pushy he was. I had gone along with Mr. Hudson's enthusiasm, but I didn't think a relationship could start off so forced. But then she said something that totally surprised me.
Actually, if you're okay with it, I'd like to really give this a shot.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I wasn't just saying that to my dad. I've actually been thinking about you ever since that day. When I think about getting married, I want to be with someone who's there for me when it really matters.
I didn't know what to say after that. It was a lot to take in, but I couldn't deny there was a connection between us. I never expected this to happen, but maybe it was worth exploring.
If you're okay with it, I'd really like to see where this could go. But even if things get serious, I want to keep working, even if we get married or have kids. If that's a problem, we should be clear about it up front.
I'm totally fine with that. I smiled, reassuring her. There was a time when people expected women to quit their jobs after marriage, but things are different now. It's all about supporting each other and making it work together. I'm not here to change your career plans or take away what's important to you. She smiled at that, looking relieved.
My dad's already talking about you taking over the company someday. If you're open to it, maybe you could come work with us. I promise I won't complain about being in charge anymore. I've actually been working at my dad's company, doing office work.
She was excited, clearly eager to discuss the future. Whoa, let's slow down a bit. That's a lot to take in, I said, feeling a bit overwhelmed. Looks like Christine's got some of her dad's enthusiasm for moving things along quickly. Oh, right, sorry. I didn't mean to rush you. I tend to get ahead of myself. Let's just enjoy our time together today. My mind was racing, trying to process everything. Just being here with her felt like more than I ever expected. Who would have thought that a random encounter years ago could lead to something like this? I wasn't sure where this would go, but I knew I wanted to find out. So, shall we get going?
Yeah, let's go.
As I held her hand and looked into her eyes, everything just seemed to fall into place. In that moment, I knew this wasn't just another date. It was the start of something special. By the end of tonight, I'm going to ask her to be a real part of my life, because with her, everything feels right.